Hey! Welcome back to the new studio. This is lejalift.
This is Victor.
This is Juan. This is where we lift sometimes. But we always talk shit about the Spurs.
Yes.
And everyone else. Fuck the Raptors. Anyways, you can find us on juanito.leijalift@gmail.com.
And victor.leijalift@gmail.
And then Juan Lejalift _. I don't even know my Instagram handle anymore.
Mine should be victor_leja_.
And what else? Twitter? No, we don't do Twitter.
No.
I forget what else I do. Anyways, I'll put it all on the notes for the podcast.
Yes.
We're back in the new studio. How do you like it?
It's nice. It's literally a studio.
It's literally a studio.
It's literally a studio. It's nice though. I really like the fact that your AC is like blazing all the time. Like
yeah.
Hot. Sorry, it's cold all the time. I love that.
Yeah, and then I have the bed next to the
unit, if you will.
The unit, but then I also have it next to the actual studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I have a new lamp addition. You've got a nice view.
Actually, I do like your view. It's very like
hashtag
tropical.
Views.
There's like palm trees here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very tropical. I like it.
Yeah, because you go like 2 inches or like 6 inches outside, and it's gonna be like 100 degrees. You go 6 inches indoors, it's gonna be like 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, you can enjoy the view.
But what about forget about me? How are you adjusting to it? How do you like it?
We chill. We chill. It's quiet.
That's probably the best part.
Yeah, it's
not
quiet.
Getting home to like a loud house.
Nah, now I'm bougie now with the sparkling pineapple coconut HEB water.
I know, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
The pineapple is a little bit stronger than the coconut, but it's actually really good.
It is. The only thing, it does have carbs in it. It's one of those sparkling waters, but it has carbs.
But it's 10 carbs.
HEB doing that little sneaky trick where they're like, oh, this tastes better, but then they add carbs.
Yeah.
And the other ones don't add carbs.
Yeah, but it's only 10 carbs, so we're good. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
For 10 carbs,
so you mix it with the
risk
pre.
that,
You mix it with the pre.
Have you tried that?
No.
No, but say that actually sounds pretty good, but that sounds like it could go either really well or really terrible.
You mix that sparkling water with the pre-workout. I don't know if it's gonna explode in your face or not. Try it at home. Tell me what y'all think. Just don't stand in front of the pre-workout when you're shaking the bottle.
Yeah, that happened to me with I made the mistake. Well, I mean, it wasn't a mistake because I didn't know, but in the end, it was a mistake. I put Monster in my shaker cup that I used to walk to class with.
Oh yeah.
And it's a closed environment, and since it was already open, I didn't anticipate it for it to be a thing. But as it was in my backpack and it was like jumping around, the entire lid flew off. Like it didn't just unscroll. The little lid didn't pop off. The entire lid like flew off, and it sounded like a bomb went off. And I was like, "Oh shit, that was me!" And my cup was just like spraying Monster everywhere,
like a fucking volcano sign.
Yeah, but luckily I was outside, so like it didn't get on the floor. I mean, it got on the concrete, but not like a school floor. It was just walking out of the wreck.
Damn.
But yeah, it was a bad mistake. So that's why I anticipate this happening too if you mix a little pre with it. Yeah. Especially if you mix in, what was that one I used a little bit? And no explode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it says stir, do not mix. Yeah. That's what I envisioned that one doing.
Stir, do not mix. Fucking James Bond or what over here? And no explode taken after James Bond.
Yeah.
So AD
to the Lake show.
To the Lakers, and then KD to the hospital.
Well, he got surgery already. KD and Clay.
Yeah, damn. Got Olympian. What was it like a year ago? We were like, oh no, we've got an Olympic team in the Golden State. A year later,
they got a hospital.
Oh shit, we're gonna need more rooms for the rest of these players.
I mean, and they did have it, and I think Looney also, he had a cracked rib or something like that.
Oh fuck!
Because of when Kawhi, I don't know if you saw that replay or that play. Kawhi drove, and I guess like Looney either jumped in front of him, or I don't know if he tried to block it intentionally, or he just jumped in front of him. But Kawhi drove so hard, his elbow drove into his like chest area, and he got the and one, and this guy just flew like a good like 5-6 feet midair, just like boom. It looked like he ran up to him and pushed him on purpose, and that's how hard Kawhi drove that he broke this man's rib and tossed him.
I didn't watch the games for these finals. I always watch the finals. Nope, I didn't watch any finals. I don't know who won. What happened?
The Raptors won.
What? Who's that? Is that a basketball team?
Raptors, yeah, I think they're.
Do they have citizenship here?
I don't think so.
Oh, well then I don't recognize them.
I don't know where they're from, but
I don't recognize them.
They're from some place called Toronto.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is, but they won.
I hear it's nice.
It's supposed to be cold. I don't know.
I hear the Spurs won it too.
Yeah, that's what we'd like to think, but
half the Spurs won it.
Yeah, we took a We'll see how how it goes in the offseason. Because is it this year that DeMar DeRozan's contract's up?
Yeah, because he only got a 1 year, $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
So this was his 1 year, $5 million.
DeMar DeRozan, really?
No, I thought you were talking to DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh no, DeMar DeRozan. I was like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
he was traded. He had a much bigger contract.
He has this year, and then he has a player option next year.
But you mean this year, like coming up?
This coming to 1920, the only player that's up is Rudy Gay. But
I'm okay with keeping him.
But the next after that, that's like there's a lot of player options. Like DeJounte Murray's contract is, I think, might be player option or contract is coming to an end.
I mean,
his rookie contract.
Yeah, no,
then
I like him.
DeMar DeRozan has a player option. It's not this year, but 2020 and then 2021 is when there's going to be a lot of players that are.
No, definitely keeping DeJounte. I'm okay with keeping Rudy Gay. I think for what we gave him and what he
was the one showing up sometimes.
Yeah, he was the one that came in for us. So I'm okay with keeping him, even though he's old already.
What?
He's old.
He ain't old.
He's old. And factor in his age, he's like 33, 34?
Like 32.
Yeah, but then you factor in all his injuries. He's not 32, he's 50.
So that just means he had a lot of time to rest?
That's not how injuries work, man. That's a lot of.
Yeah, but with the Spurs,
that's why Gronk retired.
But with the Spurs, he also doesn't play like 20, 30 minutes. He plays
but you're that's why I'm okay with keeping him.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean his previous injuries don't take a toll on him.
Well, I know that, but with the Spurs, I mean, they're using him in a way that he doesn't have to like play too much.
Yeah, as long as we have Coach Pop, I think everybody's fairly safe in that manner. But I'm okay with keeping Rudy Gay. I think.
Speaking of,
I think it might be time to rebuild a little bit, though.
Shout out to the retirement of Tony Parker.
Oh yeah, Tony Parker retired.
Yep, should have probably opened up with that one.
That's okay. He's an asshole for leaving for the last year.
Well,
or last
with
2
the
years,
situation
I guess,
of the see what happened.
He was still going to be a backup regardless. He wanted to be a backup for Kemba Walker instead of the Spurs, who took him in and taught him everything basically.
Whatever.
He's an asshole. It's like Kawhi, except he did it in a much nicer, respectable manner.
Well, it was probably beef between those two.
Well,
anyways, Rudy Gay is 32. His birthday's August 17, so he'll be 33 when the season starts.
Factoring in all the injuries, he's like 74 now.
But we're still playing.
He tore his ACL or
Manu
something like that.
Ginobili played till he was 80, so.
Well, yeah, but he also was much more durable.
Sure, true. Except for his nose kept on breaking.
Well, yeah, but then his hair went, but that's about it.
We're gonna make fun of the hair now?
I mean, that's... This is what it is, you know. But he kept it. He rocked the whole like old man like side, top of the side of the head.
Fucking monk looking motherfucker. That was my favorite play. Watch your fucking mouth when you talk about him.
Hey man, I like Manu, but you know, his hair had to go.
Something had to go.
Something had to go.
His play didn't get.
Hey, that's what I was about to say. His play, his production, everything stayed, but his hair had to go. I'll take that. Yeah.
Yep.
Any day.
Take that shit.
So how are you?
The Lakers, do they have what, 2 starters for next year?
As of now, because I think Kuzma, I guess, but I think everybody else was like on a 1-year contract for this exact reason that they were going to try to make big moves in the offseason, which getting AD. As I mentioned previously, I don't like that they gave up Lonzo Ball. Brandon Ingram, I'm kind of okay with. He was good, but you know, for AD, I'll give him up. But Lonzo, I think he was like the most underrated defensive player this year.
Well, I think they're going to need 2 other really good players on the starting lineup. Because LeBron's old. I mean, he's good and he's durable, but he's getting old.
He's going to be a playmaker more than anything, which I'm okay with because, you know, that's kind of what his best role is anyways. So while he may not be able to do the things he did before, his passing is the one thing that, you know, he can always do regardless of age. So I'm okay with that, but you're definitely going to need at least 1 more big player. Which, if I'm not mistaken, they were trying to get either Chris Paul or Bradley Beal, if not both.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Chris Paul or Bradley Beal on a team, but, you know, unless Bradley Beal's going to run the point guard, he's already undersized at like 6'4" for a shooting guard.
Well, I mean, the Rockets are going everything must go. Maybe they'll include something else.
I still don't know if I want any shooting guards on that team, though.
I don't know. Maybe, what's it called?
P.J. Tucker? Maybe he's the only guy I'm taking?
No, it's the son of the coach.
Austin Rivers?
Austin Rivers.
But see, he surprisingly, he played very well for them.
He actually did.
Yeah, I know, and he didn't do it for any other team, but for them, he played really well. So he might be like one of the few people that I see them keeping.
That's his offense right there.
I guess so. Yeah, I think you're right.
They get close to the championship and lose in the final round offense.
Yeah.
With no defense.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I thought they could have. Because last year it was Chris Paul being hurt. Otherwise, I think they would have taken Golden State. And this year they had no excuse. They couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. This year no one got hurt.
No, it was just a matter of Draymond poking James Harden in the eye, and that's about it.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess he got hurt. I told you James Harden was going to get hurt this year.
No, but he wasn't out for the game. He just had a bloodshot red eye.
But that made the difference between the winning and not winning.
I don't know if that did, but yeah, it definitely
messed them up.
Something for them.
I told you, I'm calling it injury-prone people right here. I'm predicting injuries over here.
Yeah, you are. PTs coming in handy. I don't know if injury prediction was a class that you guys took in your program, but injury.
I mean, it's something that I'm better at than most people. So
durability, yeah.
Shit.
How do you? What I'm interested in seeing is how the Sixers and Bucks move forward.
Who's up for the? Middleton is up for the Bucks, right?
I think. I'm not sure who's up exactly, but it feels like they're missing just one good player to like make the difference between them.
I thought they had a good team. They just couldn't come through.
I think they had a fantastic team, but it was basically like, if you could stop Giannis, it was like everybody else didn't really know what to do.
Well, he needs to work on his free throws.
Well, he needs to work on shooting in general. But if you can stop Giannis, which is already easier said than done because he's a monster, if you can slow him down, other people like kind of like either I don't think that they're terrible. They just relied on him and they just felt like he was going to take the game over, so they weren't as prepared to show up for that moment. So I think that you either need to have a switch in mentality or a switch in players and bring somebody in who does have that, okay, it's my time to shine type of thing.
Like who?
I don't know. That's the question.
Chris Paul?
Well, Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers? Bring him over?
Yeah, but I mean, they played very well. But, that was like what I saw. And obviously the Sixers, I think Jimmy Butler's contract's up. I don't know about Tobias Harris, but if they keep everybody, that team is.
Yeah. Well, I thought this was their year, but.
I thought so too. Same thing with Ben Simmons. He needs to work on shooting.
But he's better at assists.
No, he's a monster at passing the ball, but
because defending at the point guard,
he can defend anything pretty much. Just 6'10", he can defend anything. But did you see how much he struggled shooting the ball though?
Oh, so he's an assist man.
Well, yeah, but that's
all he needs is one good shot. Just give him one. But
did you see the disrespect that they did to him though?
We'll see.
Like it got so bad to the point where when they played like Lakers, LeBron was at the free throw line, basically like giving them like 8 feet of space, saying shoot the ball, and he couldn't. He hit 0 shots that day.
Well,
it was embarrassing. Like they literally sagged off of him. So basically, you cover everybody else with 5 people, and Ben Simmons does not have the ability to shoot, which means that he can't pass the ball either.
Just make him work on one good shot.
But that's what I'm saying. But he can't do that.
And be a one-trick pony, so you can at least get some defensive
if
luck.
If you can get a 3-point shot down, then it's over because, like I said, you're guarding everybody down low. He can't shoot, which means that if he has a ball, his best asset is passing, but he can't pass the ball because everybody's guarded. So you don't get anywhere with that,
Yeah.
That's what they did to them.
That's just a good game plan. I see. That just means you need to get better.
Which is what I see. If you can get 3-point shot down, him and Giannis, that's going to be a brutal battle.
Do you know how the NBA draft is looking? They're drafting next Thursday.
Yeah, I think so.
Because, I don't really watch college basketball, so I don't know, who the good players are, who the underdogs,
I really only know, 3, so I don't really...
The first 3 picks. So you don't know who the Lakers are going to pick because they're picking 4?
Well, they're not picking 4th anymore. They gave that up for AD.
Oh, that's right. So now the Pelicans are picking...
So, what are first and 4th.
First and 4th?
First and 4th.
Shit.
So it means that,
that's right.
They're probably going to take Zion first.
Fuck, I would with all those young guys. Shit.
So that's probably going to be their thing. But Zion, John Moran, who was Zion's teammate in their little league or whatever, outside of school type of travel team.
Yeah.
And R.G. Barrett is what I would see going as the top 3 or 4.
Well,
which means that
one of those guys is available.
Both, yeah. Which means that if they take both, then that's a scary thing.
Well, now they don't have any excuse to not develop a team.
Yeah, you got Buddy Hield at at the shooting guard already, so you can probably either keep him there or run him at the point guard, even just because he's only 6'4". So for a shooting guard, he's slightly small. But other than that, you can probably run him, and if you get R.J. Barrett, run him with the shooting guard, and you got Zion at the 3, and you got your backcourt is pretty much stacked out.
So that's a decent way to start. Do they have any veteran leadership on there?
I mean, they do have a couple.
Or is it just a bunch of young dudes that are going to go out and party all the time?
That's going to be the majority of it, probably, but
with no actual leadership.
But as of now, I mean, I'm sure they still got some time to make some moves. So, but that's going to be an interesting development, if you will, because they got first and fourth pick.
Yeah, I forgot they had that first.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Shit.
That is.
Well, no, they don't have any damn excuses over there.
Apparently, from Zion wasn't too thrilled about going to Pelicans because AD was there.
Because he was there?
Yeah, he's not like a AD fan.
Oh, so you'd rather go with he's not there?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess it helps that AD didn't want to be there anymore. But apparently, he was like, I guess, holding a grudge because when he was in high school, he asked for the autograph and for him and John Wall, and they just like looked at him and they blew him off like, who the hell is this guy? That's before he like blew up. Yeah. So they kind of just like laughed at him and like just kept walking, and I said like pretty much like told him like fuck off. So ever since then, he's like he doesn't want to play there with him, so he wasn't too excited. But I'm sure now he might feel better.
Yeah. No, I mean that's just a good motivation to not let the Lakers win.
Yeah.
But the Pelicans are in the Spurs what's it called, division.
Yeah, they are.
It's what? Spurs, Rockets, Dallas, Pelicans, and Memphis.
Yep, sounds about right.
Memphis isn't doing anything.
No, they're stuck.
The Rockets.
They lost Marc Gasol too, so they're stuck.
Yeah. What is it called? That sucks for fucking what's his name?
Clint Capella?
No, Slow Mo.
Oh, Ryan Anderson? No, not Ryan Anderson.
Kyle
Anderson. Yeah, Ryan Anderson was the other guy.
He goes over there and then he's stuck on a fucking shitty team. Fuck, homie.
I mean, he doesn't have speed now. He has a shitty team.
I know. I liked him with the Spurs.
Yeah, I think he
leaves.
He was the better. I mean,
he's stuck over.
We could still bring him back because is his contract up this year?
I don't know, but he's stuck in Memphis with nothing over there to help him.
He's a star player. Imagine that shit.
Shit. God damn, I feel bad for him. Don't laugh at him.
Forgot about that. Well, Mike Conley's still there, so.
Oh, injury prone? Okay.
Yeah, well, that's why. But, I mean, he's their best player. I mean, it's him or...
Well, I guess the Pelicans are still going to develop this year.
Yeah, that'll be probably the most interesting development story this year.
So, we got Dallas moving. I think Dallas is moving up.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll be, like, good.
Well, I don't know if they finalized anything yet, but I know that they were trying to get Clint Capella to go over there, which means that you got Porzingis at the 4,
and then
Capella at the 5.
To see what the Rockets do.
Well, that's why Capella, if he goes over there, you got Capella, Porzingis, and Luka.
Well, yeah, but what are the Rockets going to get? Are they trying to go for those big names like Kyrie? I haven't heard anything about that.
I don't know about that one.
Is that an option?
I think. Well, I don't know where he's going or what it is, but apparently Brooklyn's trying to get him.
Yeah.
Which could be good or
Knicks,
terrible.
Brooklyn, and the Lakers.
Yeah, the thing's the Lakers too now. Which could be the difference maker for the Lakers because, LeBron might be a good passer and you have Kyrie who can always create a shot and he's a great three-point shooter. And you got AD, so that seems like a pretty solid, you get a good player at every position. A point guard on the wing and the post, you got a dominant player in every position.
If you were the Spurs, who are you picking up? Who are you trying to go after?
Ooh.
Because, I mean, the only player up for grabs is... I think it's Rudy Gay, so.
Oh, I'd keep him easily.
Right.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
But
after that, I think we're kind of screwed because we're a small market team. As far as big names go, we're a small market team. We're not going to offer you, if let's just say we try to get Kyrie, we're not going to offer him, $20 million like the other teams are. As it is, the market's probably taking all that up, but.
Right.
We're not going to offer him that. Even if we had the space, we probably wouldn't offer him. So
you don't think they do anything like that?
I don't think.
But there can be some good players that.
I don't think it'd be worth it anyways at this point.
No players that are going to be worth it.
Worth throwing that kind of money at somebody.
Or maybe not. Maybe like a 2-year contract for I don't know.
30.
No. But for maybe a role player. A solid role player.
Who's up right now? That's the question. Is who's up? Because I could take an offensive player.
That's why I'm asking you, because I thought you were the expert.
Well, I'm an expert, but
Because what do they try to get as well?
I mean,
do they try to get 3-point shooters? Do they try to get defense?
I think one of the best things that we could get as a team could be Jimmy Butler. I don't think we'll get him because of the money.
Well, yeah.
But if we got him because he's a great defensive player, which means that he would fit into our system, and he can take over a game. Not only that, but then he can also give up the ball to DeMar DeRozan. So you got 2 offensive weapons and LaMarcus. So that kind of opens up things more.
Because they're both down low.
And that's about it.
And they both take it to the rim.
Yeah. And all 3 of them, because Jimmy Butler can play in the post.
The Spurs already have 3-point shooters.
Yeah. I mean, Jimmy Butler can shoot, but like his defense is really what can help. Well, defense and offense.
That's what DeJounte Murray's going to bring back too.
It opens up our offense too, because DeJounte doesn't bring 3-point shooting. Jimmy Butler's a 6'8" shooting guard.
We have 3 guys that take the ball to the rim, which is DeJounte Murray, DeMar, and then Aldridge.
Yeah. I mean, that could be a pretty good lineup. DeJounte, and then I think I would run DeMar DeRozan at the 2, because he's a little bit less of a defender, a lot less than Jimmy Butler. And you want Jimmy Butler, a 6'8" small forward, which is pretty much on par. And you got a pretty big starting.
But then you don't have a 3-point shooting offense. You have a 2-point offense.
Jimmy Butler's a pretty good 3-point shooter.
Yeah, but then you have DeRozan, Aldridge, Murray, and
you put Bertrand at the 4.
What about Jakob Poeltl?
He can come off the bench.
I think he's a better player than Bertans. Like, Bertans is a way better 3-point shooter, but Jakob Poeltl's way better. I mean, don't get me wrong. I saw Bertans make some moves at the end of the season in the defensive end, but not like Jakob Poeltl. Jakob Poeltl will turn it on out of nowhere.
Yeah, I agree. But you work with what you have. So given what we would have at that point, I can see our starting unit like wearing down the defense, and that's when like Bertrand comes in and comes in to jam it out. Yeah. Like that could like be
Patty Mills, Bertrand, Rudy Gay.
I mean, you could even slide Brent Forbes in there.
Yeah.
So I could see that being a thing, given with what we would have.
But then you wouldn't bench those guys either. You wouldn't bench Forbes or White because they fucking grew up overnight.
Well, yeah, but you're telling me that you're gonna put him in front of Jimmy Butler? If we had him, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And that only opens up more production for them because they're coming off the bench, they're getting more confidence, they're doing a lot of other things. So even if Jimmy Butler and DeMar DeRozan leave, these guys have that confidence to say, hey, I can tear shit up.
I'll tell you what, Lonnie Walker needs to play in that summer league this year.
Lonnie Walker, yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Him and me too.
I'm not disappointed just because I know it's gonna take some time to develop. Like Kawhi wasn't Kawhi until like year 3. Right. Like I already know it's gonna take time for him to develop. But like White and Forbes, they were in the summer league, so that's how they were. Like you didn't know who they were a year ago. They did summer league after the first year. They came the second year, and he blew up. So Lonnie could do the same. But except you already know Lonnie's name.
Yeah, I agree. I think they can do that. I think they could be a great asset. Him and me too. I mean, if we're gonna keep him, especially, you can develop him down low. Even if let's say LaMarcus does choose to go back to Portland, we have somebody.
He's too skinny.
But that's something you can work on. So was Antetokounmpo. So were a lot of players.
He was known as more of a defender though in college.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. I mean, if we can develop these offensive weapons like Lonnie and stuff, then we can definitely get something going.
Yeah.
I don't actually know their height though, like Lonnie.
He's like 6'5".
Oh, 6'5"?
No, he's not 6'4". He's way taller.
Yeah, see, that one's like one of those that just escapes me. I never really learned.
No, he's not a small guy.
Okay, then that's good. And we can probably run DeJounte and him together if need be. If he develops that, then he can give us that option.
6'5".
Yeah, because we can run him as a shooting guard because DeJounte's
6'5". Yeah,
he's 6'5". Actually, we might even be able to run DeJounte at the shooting guard so he can defend better. He can defend better players.
Well, Lonnie can actually shoot the ball though.
Yeah, but I mean, they're interchangeable. Like you can just run him at the position, but he can guard different people.
Yeah.
So I mean, and
Lonnie wasn't guarding anyone last year.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
It was like playing. He was like playing. What's it called? Stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
Where you get touched and you have to stand in place so someone walked under your legs.
Yeah,
That's what he was playing last year.
What did he have? ACL.
Yeah. He had meniscus.
I know DeJounte
had ACL.
See, DeJounte Murray he's a clamp god. He's in a clamp down defense.
He was second team before he got hurt.
And he stayed on there.
That was his second year.
But he stayed there, right? like all defensive team. Like at the end of the year, I think he still made it to the list.
I don't know.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he might still made it, which is incredible because he was out the entire season.
He was second team on defense.
Yeah,
right before he got hurt.
I think.
So you forget how good that is.
Yeah.
And, I mean that's big. For
an offensive player, you can teach a person to play offense, but you can't teach defense.
Yeah.
It's pure effort.
But
I mean, there's technical
team,
to it,
big,
but yeah, that's crazy.
Like a guy that was second team on defense, he gets hurt.
Second year.
Then he's gonna come back. That makes a huge difference, and then you have guys that developed, and not to mention Llanos beat the number 2 team with like a team that had never played together.
Basically, yeah.
So it was literally no one had played together till this year.
I think we could do that like I forgot what team it was, but that pretty much that team that won with like a bunch of role players. Like there's been like one team I forget in history that won with a bunch of role players, and I forget which one it was. Like I don't think it was the 06 Pistons. I don't remember what team it was. But basically what we could do, like Pirtle develops and we end up losing everybody, and like everybody just kind of like is good at the role, and we like monster it up somehow. I think we can do that, given the players that we have, of course. And Rudy Gay is not aging another 40 years.
What do you got? Anything for lifting? I know it's been a while since we've even, like maybe 6 to 8 weeks from this podcast.
Something like that. I mean, I've gone down a little bit in weight, but that's just because I want to prepare myself for another hopeful, successful bulk coming up. But I want to try to lose a little bit because the leaner you start, the leaner you'll end. Yeah. So if I start off as a fat, quote-unquote, lean body, then I'm going to end up in a fatter, bulky body. So I want to try to, it's always been a thing. The leaner you start, the leaner you end. So the leaner I am starting a bulk, then the leaner I'll end my bulk, and it'll be easier to kind of
we just want to maintain as much muscle as you can.
Yeah. So I'm trying to maybe like get a little, maybe like 3 or 4 more pounds down of fat, and maybe get to like that 180 range, because I'm at about a 185, 86 right now. So maybe, and I was at 188 a couple months ago.
Damn, I'm like at 187 right now.
Yeah, see, that's where I was, but I decided to
better burn it down from like 202 to 187.
Yeah.
I'm like 185, 197. I'm like slowly dropping.
I was there, and I enjoyed it, but I mean, I knew that I had to lose a little bit if I wanted to be or start or end where I wanted to with my bulk. And the only thing I really haven't done is deadlift since I hurt my back a while back.
Did you? You're gonna try it today?
No, I was doing chest, and I was like really caught up in doing dumbbells more than anything because the bench still hurts my shoulders a little bit, so I had to take a little light on there.
Do dumbbells.
So I mean, I do bench, but I really just do like like the 45s.
I haven't done flat bench. You know what you could do? Single dumbbell
on the floor.
No,
or on the bench.
Just on the bench. Just do single incline single. I mean, it's gonna really challenge you. You don't need a lot of weight in it's just gonna throw you off.
Yeah. At this gym, I do have access to a lot more machines as well. So there's other like variations that I can work on. And so that's the plus side to being in a much bigger gym, because the other one was like a 15th of the size that this one is.
Yeah.
So that's the advantage I have right now, which is actually really, really coming in well, because now I get to do more. Like now we have a pec deck over there. We didn't have a pec deck, so I couldn't really do like rear delts on that. I couldn't do a lot of things.
But the one over here is all jacked up.
No, they're really good actually.
Really?
Yeah, that's really, really good. I don't think there's anything broken.
No, the one whenever I used it, it was like fucking out Wango.
That's probably before it got bought out.
No, it was a couple weeks ago. It was all Wango.
Oh no, everything right there works.
One of them was like loose. One of the arms was loose.
Oh, where?
On the.
Oh, the pec deck. Yeah, the pec deck. Yeah, the right one, or I guess depending on how you sit, but the one on the right is a little more loose.
Yeah.
But I can do rear delts on it, or maybe I can do. Today I did like single arm, chest flies, so that also helps with positioning. And so I've been doing a lot of that. I've actually been doing a lot of bounce work too on the Bosu ball, since now I have access to one.
Yeah. I mean, I would use it every now and then too.
The same thing that we used to do, like on one-legged, and then do like squats on there and stuff. And so I've worked on a bit of that. So I have access to a lot more, and hopefully that helps me progress more.
Yeah. Because I'll do ball slams and.
See, I haven't done that just yet, but.
Me, I'm doing me, bitch.
Lifting wise, mostly.
Yeah, Nah, I'll do like I'm starting to do more Olympic lifts too now. Like clean and jerk. What is it? Clean and press. What else? Then I'm doing like that's like one day I'll stick to that. Like, stick to like clean and press and clean and jerk. Or work on like breaking down the movements. And then I'll move into like the kettlebell work that same day with like unilateral, using it both bilateral use. And then another leg day I'll do like your squat and deadlift, just because I pulled my hamstring a couple weeks ago, so I'm like slowly working back up. So right now I'm working more in like 4 or 5 sets of 10 with like 2 plates with like squats, and then I move on to deadlifts with like 275 with like a 4x10 or 4x8 or something like that. So I'm just doing more like endurance work, and then I'm gonna slowly start reintroducing the heavy weight.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now too. It's just getting back into it. Like I said, since I hurt my lower back, I haven't really pushed it too much. I haven't wanted to, and so. But I'm probably gonna start this week just to kind of mess with it and see kind of where I'm at. I'll probably just start with like the 135 and see how that feels. Maybe hit a 225, but I don't see myself going any further than 225 at least this week.
Yeah.
And so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I mean, everything else remains fairly intact. I do feel better, a lot better, being a little bit lesser overweight. So I think that like 185 is my sweet spot. At 187, I felt good, but I felt fat for my body.
Are you being a new Subway guy or what?
Yeah. So I'm gonna find another sandwich shop to.
You're gonna be the new taco stand guy.
Taco stand guy. There you go. That's much better than Subway.
You're gonna be the Taqueria Don Felipe guy.
Taqueria Maris.
Taqueria Maris. So.
That's where it's at.
You're gonna make a meal plan from Taqueria Maris.
Yeah. Get a papa. All the carbs.
Bulk season. Bueno, is that it?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, you can find us every week now. That's the goal, right?
Yep.
All right. Now, next week I'm going to be out of town, so we'll see. I'm going to come back on Sunday, so if you want to stop by.
Nah, it'll have to be like 10 p.m. after work.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. But anyways, I'll try to get that solo one to you, and maybe we can use that one.
Maybe. Yeah. Because I'll be out of town next week, so maybe we'll have to skip another week or a delayed
no, I'll get
podcast.
I'll get that one to you.
All right.
We'll do that.
Juan Leijalift _ on Instagram.
And Victor _
And then Juanito.leijalift or Juanito Leijalift. Wait. Juanito.leijalift at Gmail.
Yeah. And Victor.leijalift at Gmail.
I think. I'm going to post it all on the show notes. All right. And then there's more stuff that we have posted too. All right. Esto por hoy. This is back. We're back recording. Esto dale.